We're in the heat number 3 of the quarters. We're going to be watching in red.
What a tough heat, right, Gary?
It was tough because, Michael Powell just, kept trying his luck, catching a lot of waves. He caught about 6 waves, 7 waves. And being a sitter out there, we spoke about that earlier, Colin Moran just waited and waited and waited, and then it was just ran out of time. He really didn't get anything that he looked like he wanted. But, the name of the game in these conditions is, just go for something,
Yes, exactly. The Australian surfer is a really smart surfer. He knows to get those points, and we saw him advancing to the next round, right?
Michael Powell, they're both surfers were from the United States.
From the U.S.
Yeah, Michael Powell. In this heat, we've got Michael Dunphy, another U.S. surfer in red, and he's up against Carlos Munoz from Costa Rica in white right now. There goes Carlos Munoz. Look for something exciting. This guy's great.
Backside wave. Let's see what he can do. Oh, nice cut. Another one. Carlitos Munoz, really strong surfer. He knows how to put the board straight up. And that was a pretty good wave, I think.
Here's the instant replay. Look, he gets a little speed up there, then punches it straight through the roof, throwing some spray. Didn't lose a beat, straight up again. Starting out this heat with a real good score. I think that's probably one of the best waves I've seen so far today. And I would expect nothing less from this young surfer from Costa Rica. Very explosive, very exciting. Always fun to watch. Stay tuned. Watching Carlos Munoz, and it's going to be tough because Michael Dunphy is really one great competitor as well. He's been surfing a fantastic contest. He's the highest ranked competitor in this event. So this is one of the heats to stay tuned to.
Y así es, a todos los que están sintonizando en casa, estamos en el último día de competencia, estamos en cuartos de final. Tenemos en el agua a Michael Dunphy de los Estados Unidos y a Carlos Muñoz de Costa Rica. Acaba de comenzar el competidor de blanco de Costa Rica, acaba de agarrar una buena ola, un 5.35, así que esto acaba de empezar, todavía falta mucho, es el último de competencia. Hoy se coronará un campeón aquí en el primer Surf Open Acapulco, y nos vamos ahí en la playa con nuestro anchorman Johnny Corso.
Johnny, take it away.
So we're here with Michael Powell. Tell us how you did out there.
I don't think I did very well, but I did just enough to pass, which I guess is really all that matters.
And how was the barrel? How you handled to it?
Yeah, I thought I was going to come out fairly clean, but I ended up somehow riding out on my back, which is very unusual, but I'm happy that I did make it.
Nice. Is this your first time here in Acapulco?
Yes, it is.
And what do you imagine for the waves and the people?
There's a lot of people out here, which is really cool. The wave is definitely challenging to surf because it all breaks so fast, but it's definitely fun because there's some size and it's clean conditions.
Nice. So where are you from?
I'm from North Carolina.
What board are you using?
I'm using a Sharpa shaped by Marcio Zuvi. He's from Brazil.
Nice. So you want to say hi in your language to everybody's watching?
Yeah. If my family's watching and my advisor, Dylan McNamara, hopefully they're watching me as much as you are.
All right. Thank you. So, hey, Michael, good luck to the next round.
Thank you.
Because I need to organize a prize.
Miss Sydney de Australia. Ha pesado ya los tweets. Ahí es Mari por el agua. Salvavidas nos puede ayudar ahí. No trae alerta este amigo.
2 hours and 20 minutes, we're finished.
Okay, do you want to do the express transition, by school candy after the final, where we are organizing the prize ceremony?
Yeah, after the final and before the awards. You want to do the awards at 12, right? So do the air show.
Así es, estábamos viendo a Carlitos Muñoz en esa última ola, tratando de hacer un aéreo. La verdad que las condiciones de las olas están un poco difíciles el día de hoy, amaneció un poquito más grande y las olas están un poquito más cerradas, pero este competidor de blanco, Carlos Muñoz, buscando encontrar la pared abierta para hacer un par de maniobras, mientras que el competidor de rojo, Michael Dunphy, no ha agarrado ninguna ola en toda situación en el agua. Carlitos Muñoz va en primero con una ola de 5.33 y su segunda mejor ola de 1.20 cuando faltan menos de 20 minutos, así que todavía hay mucho tiempo. Este es un muy buen hit. Michael Dunphy es el surfista mejor rankeado que está ahora en la competencia. Durante todo el evento ha estado surfando muy bien, muy concentrado, y Carlitos Muñoz, bueno, es un surfista muy explosivo que tiene un surfer increíble, así que este hit va a estar muy bueno. Y en el siguiente hit tendremos a Miguel Tuleda de Perú, otro de los latinos representando, y a Lake Cheverly de Australia, y va a estar muy bueno. Entonces tenemos solamente a dos latinos en esa competencia, que es Carlos Muñoz y a Miguel Tuleda, así hay que echarles porras y estar con ellos.
Yeah, well, that's great job there in Spanish, Christian. Thanks so much. But first wave of white, Carlos Muñoz a 5.33, and he followed right back up with a 1.20. Michael Dunphy in red is yet to catch a wave, so Carlos Muñoz with an early lead with 18 minutes 47 seconds remaining. It's there goes Carlos again. Goes for Superman air, lands it. Big slash. I'm telling you, this guy is exciting to watch. All the Latin friends here are just going off, cheering for Carlos. He's one of the favorite surfers. There you saw that Superman air.
Backed it up with a nice tail slide, pulling all the tail out of the water. So I think the judges are really gonna.
No, that's definitely going to be the best wave of the day. That's what the surfers have been, or the spectators and judges have been waiting to see, and going to answer him right back. Michael Dunphy going straight up through the top. Wave closes out. He needed to really answer back. He had a good start. He picked a nice big wave, but just Carlos Muñoz really put on a display of surfing with Superman air, and then followed out with a full tail reverse. And
yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be one of the most exciting waves of the event.
It's got to be up there in the 8 or 9 range. I think it's the best wave of the contest so far. Well, we're not judges, we're commentators, so not our job. We'll wait to see what these judges, who've done a fantastic job keeping the consistency level just at a maximum. And although the scores have been a little low, the results have been excellent.
Así es, y estamos aquí en el tercer hit cuando acabamos de ver a Carlitos Muñoz de Costa Rica en blanco, terminando una muy buena ola, haciendo dos maniobras muy impresionantes, un aéreo Superman y un pegue sacando toda la cola. Así que este muchacho de Costa Rica es un surfista bastante explosivo. Y bueno, estamos viendo las calificaciones de los jueces. No es como nosotros esperamos. Yo creo que no sé qué vieron ellos.
No sé qué pasó, pero por eso yo no soy un juez.
Okay, resultado, red, your last ride was a 4.50. Last ride of white was a 4.90. So white still in first place. Red, you need a 5.7.
Wow, well, that shows you that the judges, we're not judges, so we can't really say what they're thinking up there.
But quite a shocker there, red with the... And here goes Carlos Muñoz, straight up through the top, big roundhouse cut back. For me, he's just surfing.
Really solid surfing.
Completing all the maneuvers. That last exchange was really a shocker for me. Here's the replay, and that is Carlos Muñoz, straight up through the top, big roundhouse cut back.
Closed it out with a nice re-entry. So
they're mixing it up. Supposedly the judges are looking for variety repertoire and critical maneuvers. That last ride of Carlos Munoz. Okay, what they did is they had it switched around. They put the scores in. Well, 4.90 for wave number 3, last wave of White, a 6.77. So that's the range. I don't know what they didn't see the area or something. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird because he was one of the most. It's a Superman's pretty hard maneuver to do.
Superman, and
well, you don't see a lot of those in the competitions. You see a lot of air reverses, a lot of double grabs, but never like a Superman. And he landed it, and then he backed it up with a nice solid snap, throwing all the tail out. And well, for my card, I think I would have gave him a little bit more. But I don't know, the judges.
We were calling 8s, but
we were calling 8 exactly.
And I'm not going to back up from that. That was a pretty amazing wave, but nonetheless, consistency in the judging has been great all the time, and they're going to pick the right winner. So in first place with a 6.77 and a 5.33, Carlos Munoz from Costa Rica. In red, Michael Dunford from the United States with only one wave ridden of 4.50. He needs, at this point, 7.60 with 13 minutes 50 seconds remaining. We're here at the Quicksilver Surf Open Acapulco. We're in the final day of what will go down in history as the largest prize purse ever in Mexican surfing. And that's not going to last very long because we're going to come back next year with an even bigger purse. There's a shot there of Miguel Tudela, our surfer from Peru, that's going to be going out in the next heat. And he's got his skull candy headwear on there.
Así es, estamos viendo a Miguel Tuleda de Perú preparándose para el siguiente heat. Y como mencionaba Gary, hoy es el último día de que es el Quicksilver Surf Open Acapulco. Es el evento con la bolsa más grande en la historia que se ha dado aquí en México. Y bueno, ¿no? Qué increíble que estemos aquí en Acapulco. La verdad que la gente nos ha tratado increíble. Estamos viendo que la playa hoy está un poco más llena que los demás días, así que sí se animaron a levantarse temprano para venir a ver este espectáculo. Y bueno, estamos en el tercer hit de cuartos de final. Tenemos a Blanco en primer lugar, Carlitos Muñoz de Costa Rica con una ola de 6.77 y una ola de 5.33, así que tiene un liderato bastante fuerte, tiene 2 olas muy buenas. Y rojo, Michael Dunphy, que lo vemos ahí ahorita de backside, tirando bastante agua. Otro más, un muy buen surfista de Estados Unidos, de hecho el mejor rankeado en la competencia, que tiene un 4.50 y bueno, necesita como un 7 y algo, y esta es una muy buena ola, así que no se lo pierdan, quédense con nosotros.
There was a replay, and that was Michael Dunphy. So he's in second place, got his work cut out for him. Carlos Munoz just all over, pulling out a repertoire that's pretty incredible. We'll see what that. And that last scores for Michael Dunphy comes in as a 5.73. He now only needs a 6.38. He's still in second place. But I guess it's just...
So Michael Dunphy getting a 5.73, so he needs a 6.38. I mean, it's a pretty solid wave, but we've been watching some open faces, so there's a lot of time on the clock. Anything could happen. Michael Dunphy's the most ranked surfer in this event. He's a smart surfer. He knows what to do to get those points, so it will be an interesting heat.
Yeah, it's been one of the most interesting heats we've had so far. The wind has died down, the offshore wind's died down, and the conditions are getting, I guess, a little bit better.
Here we go again.
And there goes Michael Dunphy.
Looking for that 6. I don't think that was going to do it.
No, he just raced that curl, and he just got his game going. He's feeling pretty good right now. Got his footing on the board, and he scored a 5.75 in his last wave. he's just got to keep the momentum going. And there's a replay, a big snap, re-entry when he landed it down with the whitewater in that last ride. But he really needs to get a good turn off like he, on his previous wave, and right off the bat, that's what the judges are looking for, that big critical maneuver as soon as you pick up the wave. In these closeout conditions, that's a little bit tricky because they're breaking so fast, and if you don't keep the momentum going, you're going to lose the wave. But that's what judges want to see. That's the criteria, so they got to serve to it.
That's right. So we're under 10 minutes remaining. This is the third heat of the quarterfinals. And you know, Gary, this reminds me a little bit, it's like a mini US Open.
Yeah, well, that's what we're going to try and create. You know, there's more than just surfing going on. We've got some of the booths back there. We got the Roxy store. We got the Quicksilver store. We've got Skull Candy well represented. Monsters got their booth back there. A lot of activity going on. Later on in the day, there's surfing lessons. There's SUP lessons, yoga classes, and just a little bit of everything. We're trying to show the beach lifestyle, and Quicksilver Mexico's been doing such a great job of bringing this action beach, which is so close to Mexico City, the largest city in the whole world. And we'd like to get a lot of the people from Mexico City down here and enjoying Acapulco. I mean, it's a good weekend destination. So much to do, natural environment, fresh air, good food. Just a break from the city life, and good to mix it up. So hopefully we're gonna give that image to the people of Mexico City, and they're gonna take advantage of it. Come up down here and join us in the water.
So this could turn into Surf City, Mexico, right?
Yeah, Surf City. You know, that's a challenging thing. There's, you know, Mazatlan claiming Surf City, Los Cabos claiming Surf City, Puerto being the most hardcore Surf City. You know, but you know, in the United States, we got Huntington Beach claiming Surf City, Santa Cruz claiming Surf City. So it's kind of something where you really, there can be a lot of surf cities. The important thing is that the local community supports surfing, and that's what Acapulco is doing at the moment. And for today, definitely Acapulco is Surf City, Mexico.
That's for sure. We're at Surf City, Acapulco. This is the last day of this wonderful event. We've seen some amazing surfing throughout the weekend and the week, and we're at the final day, the final heats. Who will be the champ of this history, this event that is making history here in Mexico? It's a pleasure to be here with Mr. Gary Linden, Mr. 11, here doing the live cast. And I mean, it's been just a wonderful time here in Acapulco. Everybody's been so great to us. The Fairmont Acapulco, oh my God, one of the best hotels I've been so far, and for sure I'll be here next year, maybe a week before.
A week before and a week after, how's that sound?
A week before and a week after, definitely, and maybe some weeks before to that.
And some weeks in between. Yeah, it's definitely a great vacation destination. If you got the time, it's a one-stop shop. You can come down with your family, surf in the morning with the glassy and offshore conditions. Go back, have breakfast with this family, and spend the rest of the day by the pool, going out doing some tourist things. And it is so much to do here in Acapulco. I love it. People are so friendly, and you know, I love Mexico in general, but Acapulco is one special place. Got a lot of history here.
Yes. Did you go to the Roxy party last night, Gary?
I went to the Roxy party, and I didn't make it to the Monster after party because I had to show up here and work, but it was a big temptation. Great time, the big buffet, and then we had some really great live music there at the Roxy party. I don't remember the gal's name from Costa Rica, but it's the third time I've seen her, and she's just getting better and better. And last night she was exceptional.
Yes.
Watching our Batman here, he's been down here dancing for us every day. surfer from Pasquale's. I had a chance to talk to him without his mask. And, you got to be flexible when you're surfing Pasquale's. That heavy lip, as I know very well, can be punishing.
Oof, yes, indeed. And as you were saying, the girl Debbie Nova from Costa Rica.
Debbie Nova?
Debbie Nova, yeah, she's a magnificent artist, you know. She writes her songs and beautiful voice.
Yeah, just last year she sang for us in Puerto, and just an acoustic situation, and it wasn't as impressive. Last night she just blew me away. Her beautiful voice, the lyrics, romantic, lyrics. It just
makes you fall in love. Every time I see her, I fall in love. She's just such a wonderful person, has a really big heart, really nice, really sweet, and
she's beautiful.
Amazingly beautiful. And with that voice, I mean, what more can you ask for, right?
I can't. I couldn't ask for any more.
But yeah, Debbie Nova, she really put the show last night. And when I went for dinner and I was coming back, there was this another really pretty girl playing the violin in the lobby. Did you get to see that?
No, the electric violin. I was over having some tacos when that happened, but it's amazing what these people do on electric violin.
Oh, I was amazed. I was impressed. She really, really know how to play that thing, and I couldn't believe it. It was quite a good show that Fairmont Hotel put on the lobby last night, so a bunch of things happening this weekend.
Non-stop,
Non-stop.
There's a list of stuff you can do, and it's kind of tough choosing where you're going to go. There's just so much to do. That's why you need about 3 weeks, right?
Exactly.
So I'm sure they have some vacation packages. Look into it. Fairmont Princess Hotel, Acapulco's first luxury hotel on the beach, Remolcadera, the area where we are, which is a little outside the bay. And I kind of like it. At first I was thinking, well, I feel a little detached from what's going on, but it's got its own little vibe, this part of the town. And after going to the Acapulco Old City, it's someplace where I'd like to visit, but I think I prefer to be out here on the beach where the waves are.
Yeah, definitely.
Also, if you golf, there's a world-class golf course right here on the grounds.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. Actually, I heard that Fairmont Hotel was on the top 10 of the most luxury hotels in the world at some point.
I think that was when it was first made. It's made in the shape of a pyramid, so if you're into the power of pyramid shapes, you can get all that too. And last night, as we watched Michael Dunphy, and he's on wave number 5. He's in second place. He's 6.38. We're down to 2 minutes, 13 seconds remaining. Here goes a replay. A little soft off the top on that one, but then really smacked that turn, but unfortunately didn't make it. Yeah, there's a philosophy, there's a power of the pyramid, and I was advised to go in. There's 2 eyes right in the middle of the lobby there in the floor, and if you stand there and look up and take a couple of deep breaths, you're supposed to experience the full power of the pyramid. I did it last night. I don't know, but I felt good all the way through the party. So I'm going to try it again. It's going to be part of my routine when I go into the Fairmont Princess.
I've got to try that. So I'll stand up in the middle of the ice.
In the middle of the ice, and that's supposed to be where your third eye is. And all the pyramid shape is supposed to be the one that channels the energy of the universe right down to you. And that's why they built pyramids. That's why the Mayans built pyramids, the Aztecs built pyramids, the Egyptians, of course, they're the ones that are famous for the pyramids. But that shape is supposed to be channeling universal power.
Okay, I've got to check that out later on. As we're at 1 minute remaining of this heat, I think Carlitos Munoz has a solid lead, but you never know. Michael Dunphy is one of the most ranked surfer. He has a lot of experience. I bet he's been in this situation before many times, so many things could happen
Yeah, both seasoned professionals out there in the water at young ages. They both know what to do, what it takes. Thing is, the judges really like Michael Dunphy's style of surfing, so he could get something. He could get that 6.38 that he needs, and we're down to like 30 seconds, 20 seconds. Boy, it's going to be rough. It's really, really rough. It looks like the ocean's going a little bit lull. Nothing. No sets approaching, and Carlos Munoz with priority. You know, they have the priority man-on-man situation. Here goes the countdown. It's going to be Carlos Munoz going through to the semifinals.
Yeah, the laughing boy, Carlos Muñoz from Costa Rica, making it to the next round. Así es a todos los que nos vieron.
I'm using a sharp shaped by Marcio Zuvi. He's from Brazil.
So you want to say hi in your language to everybody watching?
Yeah. If my family's watching and my advisor Dylan McNamara, hopefully they're watching me as much as you are.
All right, thank you. So hey, Michael, good luck to next round.
Thank you.
What time do you think that we set it right now? Because I need to organize the prices.
Miss Sydney de Australia. Pesado ya los boots. Ahí es Mari Border en el agua. Salvador, si nos puede ayudar ahí, no trae alerta, no está amigo.
2 hours and 20 minutes. Well, he's been surfing a fantastic contest. He's the highest ranked competitor in this event. So this is one of the heats to stay tuned for.
Y así es, a todos los que nos están sintonizando en casa, estamos en el último día de competencia, estamos en cuartos de final. Tenemos en el agua a Michael Dunphy de los Estados Unidos y a Carlos Muñoz de Costa Rica. Acaba de comenzar el competidor de blanco de Costa Rica, acaba de agarrar una buena ola, un 5.35, así que esto acaba de empezar, todavía falta mucho, es el último de competencia. Hoy se coronará un campeón aquí en el primer Surf Open Acapulco y nos vamos ahí en la playa con nuestro
surfer in red, and he's up against Carlos Munoz from Costa Rica and in white right now. There goes Carlos Munoz. Look for something exciting. This guy's great.
backside wave. Let's see what he can do. Oh, nice cut. Another one. Carlitos Munoz, really strong surfer. He knows how to put the board straight up. And that was a pretty good wave, I think.
Here's the instant replay. Look, he gets a little speed up there, then punches it straight through the roof, throwing some spray. Didn't lose a beat, straight up again. Starting out this heat with a real good score. I think that's probably one of the best waves I've seen so far today. And I would expect nothing less from this young surfer from Costa Rica. Very explosive, very exciting. Always fun to watch. Stay tuned. Watching Carlos Munoz, and it's going to be tough because Michael Dunphy is really one great competitor.
Nuestro anchorman, Johnny Corso.
Johnny, take it away.
So we're here with Michael Powell. Tell us how you did out there.
I don't think I did very well, but I did just enough to pass, which I guess is really all that matters.
And how was the barrel? How you handled to it?
Yeah, I thought I was going to come out fairly clean, but I ended up somehow riding out on my back, which is very unusual, but I'm happy that I did make it.
Nice. Is this your first time here in Acapulco?
Yes, it is.
And what do you imagine for the waves and the people?
There's a lot of people out here, which is really cool. The wave is definitely challenging to surf because it all breaks so fast, but it's definitely fun because there's some size and it's clean conditions.
Nice. So where are you from?
I'm from North Carolina.
What board are you using?
We're into heat number 3 of the quarters. We're going to be watching in red.
What a tough heat.
Oh,
Right, Gary?
It was tough because, Michael Powell just, kept trying his luck, catching a lot of waves. He caught about 6 waves, 7 waves. And being a sitter out there, we spoke about that earlier, Colin Moran just waited and waited and waited, and then it was just ran out of time. He really didn't get anything that he looked like he wanted. But, name of the game in these conditions is, just go for something,
Yes, exactly. The Australian surfer is a really smart surfer. He knows to get those points, and we saw him advancing to the next round, right?
Michael Powell. They're both surfers were from the United States.
from the U.S.
Yeah, Michael Powell. In this heat, we've got Michael Dunphy, another U.S.